Shalom, Yasharal. I want to give infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, and Kakadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to our fellow laborers in Yahweh Shai, pushing this truth across the four winds. And, hey, man, we come across these news clips on Al Jazeera, Russia Today, Rubbly TV. We always look at these alternative news spots because they give you more truth than these Americanized stations, you know. They go against the beast a little bit, you know. They don't be pushing that westernized, Romanized vibration in a lot of they new, you know, a lot of the things that they bring out. And I came across this clip about what's going on in Central Africa, and you got Russia over there jockeying for power and position, and you got America over there, and you got China over there. They're trying to get the last resources out of Africa and gain little positions because we headed to World War III. And in World War I and World War II, Africa has always been a hot spot, all right? But the point of the matter, what I'm bringing out, looking at this clip, the issue of rape came out when occupying forces come onto another people's land. And that's what's going to happen here in America. And these prophecies bag it up. When the Most High say he's going to mingle a perverse spirit here in Babylon, in Isaiah, the 19th chapter. And when he say he's going to bring the daughters of Zion low, and Micah, in the book of Micah, he's going to bring them down as the mired streets. The way he's going to do it is through rape, sodomy, all right, pedophilia, all right. These are some of the calamities that's going to befall, calamities and judgments. They're judgments from Yahweh Shema Shai that's going to befall the women of our nation for being drunk off this devil's wine and partaking in that fruit from the Garden of Eden, all right, indulging in this Western philosophy. That's their judgment is written. And I'm going to just give you a little snippet of it and funnel it through the scriptures, okay?
Minerals, diamonds, and gold.
Another attack houses...
The fighting started in 2013 when President François Bozizé, a Christian, was overthrown by mainly Muslim Seleka rebels.
All right, and this was going on in Central Africa. You got Russia, they are training these Central African troops. They're over there. They made their self-army bases over there. They got their ships at the coast, okay? And they're over there jockeying for power, all right? And these African countries, they just selling out to the highest bidder, all right? So Russia must be the highest bidder. But right now, at one time, they was dealing with France, with the French. And it's going to tell you what happened when this country was dealing with France.
France intervened militarily in December that year, under a UN mandate. And a few months later, a UN peacekeeping mission called MINUSCA was established to stop the fighting from turning into a genocide. The French forces pushed the Seleka from power, but have now left the country shamed by allegations of sexual abuse.
All right, you see what I'm saying? So when these French soldiers came over there in Africa, all right, they just went raping everything. All this allegations of sexual abuse, get that shit out of here. That's Edomite shit, all right? If you go over there and talk to the women over there, the men over there, when those French soldiers was going from house to house fighting, they didn't give a fuck about the people they were fighting. When they seen a fine woman, all right, they was taking the women, having the women. What do you think is going to happen when these UN soldiers come here? All right, what do you think what's going to happen when foreign soldiers touch the ground here and go from house to house? Oh, you don't think they're going to rape you? You don't think what's going on in third world countries is going to come here? That's why the lick that you don't see coming hurts the most. All right, the people here in America are so drunk off American philosophy and this American dogma. They don't believe these things could come here and happen to them. All right, now that's what happened when the French occupied the country. Now let's see what happened when the UN came in after the French. All right, they say they had the allegations about the French. So all right, the UN say, well, yeah, man, y'all over here raping the women. Come on, we gonna put shit in its proper order because y'all tripping. You French motherfuckers, y'all over here tripping. Now let's see what happened when the UN came.
The UN peacekeepers have faced similar allegations. No one has been prosecuted.
You see what I'm saying? So the UN soldiers came in and did the same thing the French soldiers was doing. That's what happens during the times of war. All right? When you get educated in these indoctrination camps they call schools, they don't teach you nothing about war games and the spoils of war and what happens when one country occupies another. They don't get in depth. They don't enlighten you. School doesn't enlighten you and enrich you and tell you what to look for. All right? Over here in America is nothing more than a motherfucking Alice in Wonderland. The people are out of touch with reality. All right? But you have UN soldiers coming here, Gurga troopers coming here because the government is going to turn on their citizens. All right? And when they turn on their citizens, a lot of these American soldiers are not going to want to do certain things to their soldiers, to their citizens, because they're Americans themselves. So what's going to happen? They're going to hire UN soldiers, NATO soldiers to come here and touch the ground. And when these NATO soldiers come here and touch the ground, when they're going from house to house, they're going to have their way with the so-called black woman. All right? And what's going to make it so easier, 8 out of 10 homes is headed by a woman. So that independent spirit is going to turn around and bite them in the ass. Because when men see men in the house, men think twice about going with their move. All right? Because men can protect themselves from another man. A woman can't. So what is this independent spirit going to do when a whole platoon in her fucking house? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. They're going to dog pound the bitch. They're going to ravage the bitch, as the scriptures say. All right? This is Zechariah chapter 14 and 1. Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh, and the spoil shall be divided amidst thee. All right? And the Most High is coming to spoil his enemies, and his enemies is 2/3 of his own people. He's coming to lay down law. Okay? For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle. All right? And he's talking about his elect when he say Jerusalem, because 2/3 of his people are in the spirit of the other nations. And the city shall be taken, and the house is rifled. And it's talking about wherever Jerusalem is the people before as a place. So wherever the children of Israel reside, in the bodegas, the reservations, the projects, suburbia, wherever they reside, okay? These foreign entities are going to come in there, all right? And the women ravage, and they're going to rape the women. This is what happens during the time of all wars, all right? Americans are not educated. When you see these foreign countries, foreign troops coming in your neighborhood, just know they're coming to have their way with your mother, your sister, your daughter, your auntie. And the only ones of them that's going to be covered and protected are the ones that the Most High put that exempt from judgment mark on. All right? And those women are going to be under a man of the Lord, because he said he's going to make a man of the Lord a hiding place, a covert, okay? And half of the city shall go into captivity, and the rest of the people shall not be cut off from the city. So the Most High is about to come and do away with the nation of our people. They're about to be judged from the day that they said, crucify him. Caesar's our king. All right, let his blood be on our hands, man. All right. And for the haughtiness of the daughters of Zion, the tribe of Judah, they about to get raped like never before. How do you defile a woman? How do you make a woman as the mire of the street? Let's get that. This is the book of Micah 7 and 9, and it reads, I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him. And that's the spirit the elect men of Yahweh by Shema Shai are in. 2/3 of our people don't even know what the meaning of sin is. All right? Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light. And that's what he's done. He's brought us out of this dark, perverse world into his marvelous light, and has enlightened and enriched us with his truth. All right? And I shall behold his righteousness. Lord willing, we're all in that righteous number. Then She that is my enemy shall see it. All right? And it's the Israelite woman, drunk off westernized philosophy. But first and foremost, for me and guys like me, is this Judite fucking bitch, man. Okay? And it's just, and it goes for anybody that's in contrast with the Most High's program. Preferably the so-called black woman, though. All right? She's an enemy of the so-called black man. All right? And all of the tribes, you know, they drunk off of this Edomite philosophy, okay? Then she's my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where's the Lord thy power? I've heard that before. I've heard that time and time again. Where is your God? Why you don't have this? Why you don't have that? The white man in power, I've heard him go far. God must be with him, okay? My eyes shall behold her. Now she's been trodden down as the mire of the street. How do you make a woman low? The way you make a woman low is by taking her body against her will. That's how a woman becomes the mire of the street. You rape her. You have your way with her. Then you kick her to the side, to spit on her. All right? That's what these soldiers are going to do. Laugh about it afterwards. There's nothing she can do. She's going to learn that she's a woman. See, that prideful, haughty spirit is going to get crushed in the coming days because they're going to learn that they are women. They're going to start playing the role of a woman. That haughty spirit is going to get crushed overnight because they're going to be getting raped by men so much. They're not going to think they're equal no more. They're going to be looking for men to defend them. Okay? They're going to sober up real fast. They're going to sober up real fast, man. Okay? And we're going to laugh at their calamity, man. All right? The shit is funny. Yes. Women getting raped is funny. All right? We go to Proverbs 1 and we'll see why it's funny. All right? The ways of Zion do mourn because none come to the solemn feast. All her gates are desolate. All right? And that's what's going on right now, man. We are people that are destroyed. We're not keeping our customs, our culture, our solemn feasts. Us men of the Lord, we're getting back to it. We're doing it. But Zion as a whole is not happening. For her priests sigh. All right? And we're sighing and crying for the abominations going on around about us. For you to sigh, that means you're in your right mind. You know life is not supposed to be like this. Her virgins are afflicted. When you look up that word afflicted, it goes into rape, man. All right? And then these troops are going to be pedophiles, man. They're not going to care. They're going to be raping boys too, little boys too. Get that in your mind. Yes. When these troops come in, then they're going to be raping little boys and little girls. We talking about 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, man. This is what's coming to America, man. When they occupied that nation in Africa, do you think they had anyone to govern over them? All right? The so-called white man is the biggest freakazoid on the planet Earth. He likes dealing with other men just as much as he get a thrill out dealing with a woman. So what you think he do when he see a little boy? All right? And then you heard at the end of it said that no charges were filed. They raped all those people. These are troops, man. You sending when a nation go to war, they sending thousands of troops in there. So it had thousands of cases of rape, but they say no one was charged for the UN or the French soldiers. Okay, because that's what you call spoils of war. You have to appease your soldiers, man. That's what generals do to appease their soldiers. Tell them to go have their way. Go get you some spoil. All right. Thank you for doing this for me. Go ahead. Go do whatever you want to the women. All right. Her virgins are afflicted and she is in bitterness. Okay. So even a few women that adhere to the men of Great Millstone, man, you gotta fast and pray, man, so these calamities don't befall you, because that's how the Most High gonna put a lot of you women, put the women in order. He's gonna let these women get raped to death, get raped. All right, the sore famine is gonna get them. They ain't gonna have no pads from when the administrations come on. They're gonna be at a bad estate, man. So you don't want that to befall you. You gotta humble yourself, become contrite and of a quiet spirit. All right. We'll go over the Lamentations 5 and 11, and it reads. I'm gonna start at I'm gonna start at 8. Serve itself ruled over us, and all these other nations, these nations that's coming to spoil us and do these things, they're gonna be our servants in the kingdom of heaven. They're really supposed to be under us, all right? They're weaker than us, they're not smarter than us. All right, we're the salt of the earth. But the Most High using them as a whipping stick for our disobedience, man. Okay? There is none that do deliver us out of their hand. All right, verse 9. We get our bread with peril of our lives because the sword of the wilderness. Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. They ravaged the women in Zion and the maids in the city of Judah. All right, things written aforetime was written for our learning. When the Babylonians came and subdued Jerusalem during this time, this is the things they done. All right, the modern day Babylonians are coming through. The Chaldees are coming through again. All right, this is the original Babylonians. All right, the modern day Chaldees is about to besiege Jerusalem and do it again. They're going to do it the same thing they did to the people. Then they're going to do it now. But they're going to do it at a greater scale now. Okay? They're going to rape and pillage. All right? And the so-called white man's a demon. They're going to sodomize you women. Some of you to death. That whore spirit that you want to dress promiscuous and hey, that's going to come around to bite. These are the two things that are going to come around to bite you in your ass. I always want to look sexy. Wear tight stuff and have your body parts showing. That's going to turn around and be a curse to you. It's going to bite you in your ass. All right. And wanting to be independent of men. All right. That's going to bite you in your ass. The Most High is giving you what you want right now. And it's going to come around and the roosters are coming to roost. Okay. He's giving you what you want. Now you're about to reap what you've sown. Okay. Because when those troopers come on, keep your little tight skin shorts on, your tight ass jeans on, your short ass dresses, and see what those troops do to you. Wear your little boy shorts. Don't start trying to dress like the Muslim women. Don't try to keep your body covered. Keep dressing like you're dressing and see what is going to happen in that day. Because the judgment is written. The Most High watches over his word to perform it. Okay? Then you're going to be looking for a man of the Lord to protect you. But we're going to be laughing at your ass. All right? This is the book of Jeremiah, and I'm going to leave off this precept to show why these things are happening. Jeremiah 13, and I'm going to go around 22. And if thou was saying in thy heart, wherefore come these things upon me, all right? That when y'all start thinking, well, why the Most High is letting this happen? This is why. For the greatness of thy iniquity are thy skirts discovered, and thy heels being made bare, from going along, riding a car carousel, dealing with multiple men, for being disorderly, all right? For having stretched forth necks, not keeping your mouth shut. This is why these things are happening. For wanting to be independent of men, when the Most High gave us a prescribed order to follow, he said the man is supposed to be the head of the house, and you under the man, and you're supposed to revere him and serve him. That's why it's coming out on you, because guess what? You were beguiled by that serpent, all right? That's why it's going to befall you, all right? So with that, I'm going to give infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to our fellow laborers in Yahweh Shai. Kwam Yasharala, blah, blah, blah.